A few days ago, as of me making this video, the June Nintendo Direct aired, and really quickly it became clear that an exciting new trend is taking place amongst Nintendo's library of games, one that is really good news for Animal Crossing players. No, I'm not talking about the new Pigeon game, although where was Brewster amongst all this? I guess he didn't get invited somehow. Instead, it's the fact that Nintendo is porting so many of their older games over to the Switch. Not necessarily for Nintendo Switch Online, although that is still happening quite a bit, but actually as standalone games. Most notably, we're seeing more and more GameCube games ported to the Switch, like Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. Whilst this does kind of seem to dash our hopes of getting GameCube games on Nintendo Switch's online expansion pass, it does bode well that Nintendo has been so eager to bring some of their old iconic games over to this system, especially when we've been waiting for them for so long. And of course, this could very well extend to Animal Crossing for the GameCube. The very original Animal Crossing game is one that we've speculated could come to the Switch for ages, but understandably, a lot of people have doubted that Nintendo would drop this on Switch Online. And I think I agree with that honestly, but it really is feeling like it could be re-released as a standalone game. Whilst I understand that some people might prefer Nintendo to port something over like New Leaf, I feel like the original is a much more likely contender. After all, it's really different from the Animal Crossing we know today, like really different. I know some people have worried that Nintendo might not want to port some of the older Animal Crossing games over to the Switch because each of the Animal Crossing games share a lot of similarities. But you couldn't really get much different than the first one. It's incredibly unique, and I feel like people who have played it will attest to that. I do honestly believe that Nintendo understands that people are hungry for Animal Crossing content, and seeing as they aren't ready to share anything brand new yet, this would definitely make a lot of sense to do. Now, I know that what makes sense and what Nintendo will actually do are two very different things, but as I always say with these videos, money talks. I think the huge sales of New Horizons already proved that a standalone port of really any other Animal Crossing game would sell really well on the Switch, and the success of these ports like Pikmin 1 plus 2 could help convince them even more. And the best part about that is it's so easy. We're not talking about the years it takes to develop an entirely new game, something they'd likely save for their next console. Also, consider that the original Animal Crossing game for GameCube only sold 2.71 million units. That's not an insignificant number, but it's still pretty low compared to the rest of the franchise. That means a huge portion of the community still hasn't played this one, and I'm willing to bet that a lot of you watching haven't either. Like a lot of you, I always keep my expectations fairly low to avoid disappointment, as none of these things are guaranteed. But I don't think these trends are something to just ignore either. The more we see Nintendo do this, the more likely it becomes for Animal Crossing too. I definitely believe that if Pikmin can get this treatment, then Animal Crossing could. It would also be hilarious in a way because the original Animal Crossing game got released in so many different ways and versions, so adding Switch to that would honestly be pretty iconic. But what do you think? Could we see the original Animal Crossing game ported over to the Switch as a standalone game? And if they did, would you buy it? Let me know your thoughts. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you did. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for more.